Our democracy is in very, very deep trouble. Donald Trump is not the disease. He is the symptom. It's terribly important to understand that he is the symptom, not the disease. And if we're going to fix this and we're going to get this manifestly unqualified criminal out of the White House, we have to do some work. We've got to diagnose the real underlying problem. It is important that we understand what the Trump administration is doing. It's the people he brought in. And Steve Bannon put it best. Steve Bannon said, I'm a Leninist. That is, I'm someone who wants to destroy the existing order. Many of these people, although they certainly wouldn't put it in these terms, hate the United States of America. They hate it. They hate the fact that there are people of color in this country, that there are people of a different religion in this country, that there are people who are not interested in worshiping the rich and trying to get rich and certainly don't want to be taxed to subsidize the rich. And we need to recognize that. In the same vein, we have a president of the United States who is not a loyal citizen. If you go back after you go home tonight, or sometime in the next few days, go to the internet and look at the email that Rob Goldstone, the PR guy, sent to Donald Trump Jr. It's on the New York Times website, among other places. And you want to read it carefully, because the journalists who wrote about it at the time, who are very good reporters, but they're not investigative reporters, they're politics reporters, did not parse the sentences in there. And the fourth sentence of this email makes it clear that there was an ongoing conspiracy. Collusion is not a crime. I don't care about collusion. I care about conspiracies. There was an ongoing conspiracy between the Kremlin and the Trump administration. It says in the fourth line, and you can check the exact language when you get home, as part of Russia's efforts to help. That's not a, hi, would you like to get together and see if we might do something for you? That's, we're already sleeping together. You want to try something new? Well, Donald Trump has been involved with the Russians back to 1983. He has worked very hard to suppress a lawsuit about a $250 million tax fraud which he authorized. And in fact, DCReport.org, the nonprofit news service that my friends and I started as a volunteer project, and we're trying to raise money for, DC Report is in court trying to get access to some of the documents in this case that have been sealed, because Trump has been incredibly successful in hiding the record of his conduct. So when Trump came to the White House, the people he brought with him, Michael Flynn, confessed felon, convict, Steve Bannon, a whole bunch of other people, brought with them this team that I call Team Trump. And in the federal agencies, it's not just the incompetent, unqualified, anti to their oath of office cabinet secretaries who matter. It's not just Scott Pruitt, who wants to destroy the EPA, and Betsy DeVos, who's completely unqualified. It's the people that came with them that I call political termites. And they have been loosed into the structure of our government, and they are damaging our government.